Welcome, guys, to another episode of Podcast Connoisseurs. This video just dropped of Lush doing an interview with Bootleg Kev, so I thought I would react to it, see what's going on with Lush, since we haven't really heard anything from him except for him joining, I think, the show with Lupe, the podcast. I don't really know much about it, so I can't really speak on that. But yeah, let's see what's going on with Lush.
Were a lot of your friends, family, I know I saw some of the fans were maybe a little worried that with the situation that just happened at No Jumper that your sobriety might have been in question or you might have maybe gotten mentally hit by it. Did it bother you in that way? Were you able to kind of get through it?
I was able to get through it by the grace of God. However, I will say the closest I've gotten to relapsing, the only time I was like really considering it was after Adam kicked me out that day, and I was driving around the valley. You feel me? Like driving around the valley, not stopping, because I knew that if I stopped, I was gonna go to a liquor store and get on
and get a.
You know what I mean?
And shout out to Lush for trying to stay sober, because with his career, like signing to No Jumper, he said before he was an addict or whatever. So coming from being an addict and then probably being on an feeling like you're on an upward trajectory, sobriety, and then like just making money you probably haven't made in a long time or haven't made in your life. Adam probably signed him close, probably six figures, I would think, 100,000 or something like that. So yeah, I think that coming downwards, like not knowing what to do, not really having an income, getting fired on live stream, was probably pretty tough on him. But you can't blame him for trying to make it through, But then again, you can't blame Adam for letting Lush go, because Lush was talking like a bitch in the fucking Discord. So yeah.
I mean,
Get something.
Get me a little bottle and get
that
out.
day.
That day.
What was it that made you? What did you call? Do you have a sponsor?
I do have a sponsor, and I call my sponsor, and like that was between him.
That's dope.
And people that are close to me, they want to talk me off the ledge, and I realized, nah, that's not how I want to move. But yeah, no, it got dark.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I can only imagine, because I do see, like, even just being on the show the day, because I got hit up the day that all that happened. We were at lunch. And
because y'all filmed the next day, right?
Yeah. The next morning, yeah. And we were at lunch, and Adam just hit me. He's like, hey, this is what happened. You down to be a guest on the show tomorrow? I just need a fill-in. I was like, yeah, whatever. I've been on the show before. I was like, cool, I got you, bro. Like, Adam's always been super stand-up with me, And but then I really didn't really realize, like, oh, AD's about to, because AD called me and AD talked, and he was like, dude, I'm about to quit.
Right.
And I was like, Jesus Christ, like, what am I walking into?
Stand on business.
And then everyone assumed I'm like the permanent new guy on the show.
Right.
So.
Well, you had a dude that is kind of like a New York version of AD.
Correct.
You had like a Lush one adjacent character.
Correct. It's like, oh, look, you're white?
Yeah.
Okay.
A Lush one adjacent character. I wonder how Bootleg Kev felt about that reference.
It's like, oh, there's a white guy with a fitted baseball cap.
Right.
Yeah, so I think and then I didn't know about the Reddit thing, and then I went on Reddit, and I was like, oh, this is wild.
Yeah, it gets deep.
Do you regret diving into that part of it? Not even for the result of what ended up happening, but just, I do feel like I could see how going and looking in that toxic-ass thing and seeing everyone's opinion and just kind of...
Yo, the no jumper Reddit is a toxic place, that's for sure. Shout out to the boys.
Kind of seeing all the negative bullshit that gets said in there could probably like subconsciously fuck with you.
Well, here's the thing. Yes is the short answer. However, right before I wound up, because first me and Disaster had our own podcast
on No Jumper.
On No Jumper.
I remember that, yeah.
And it was cool, and we were just focusing on battle rap and just lyricists, which is like the lane that I'm in.
Right.
Another reason why you and I are kind of similar. Right. We're both hardcore hip hop fanatics. You feel me? Like,
he's like, right.
Then they wound up bringing me on the main podcast on the No Jumper Show, and then people really took to me, and I wound up becoming a staple over there, or just one of
I feel like at one point in time, I feel like anytime I'd like see a thumbnail, you were on it.
Yeah, Lush was on all the shows. That's
within the
for
past
sure.
6 months.
Yeah.
I was on that channel more than anybody else.
Right.
100%.
He better shout out No Jumper for those veneers he worked hard for. Getting those teeth fixed.
So what happened was, right before I wound up being brought on to the other podcast,
Sorry.
I had hit a low in my life and was very depressed, going through a lot of changes, and
Looks
was
better
just
than
like
we had
down. You
before,
know,
that's for sure.
my chick and I had split up.
Right.
My mom was terminally diagnosed with terminal illness. My company was going through a lot of changes. My battle rap league, so I just felt like really unstable, and I was like damn near suicidal. I was suicidal.
This is
right?
prior to you and Disaster doing the podcast.
This is
or
after Disaster and I, and before I got
before you became like a normal
a regular.
Right.
So I was super depressed. I wound up going on the show. When I'm on there, I'm like, they're probably not gonna fuck with me. Like the audience don't. I'm older. I'm not really in the same vein as a lot of the people on. They're probably not gonna fuck with me. But then all of the comments were like overwhelmingly positive,
right?
And people start bombarding my Instagram and like telling me to go to the Reddit and all that. And at that point, I was so depressed. The only thing that was really keeping me going
was going and seeing the positivity you were getting in the Reddit.
Right.
At that time, yeah.
Yeah, the Reddit, the YouTube comments, the social media. So that really...
Damn, that's really sad to hear him say that he was thinking about suicide. And if anybody out there, I just want to stop this and say, if anybody out there is dealing with suicide, there's always the hotline 988 to help you, people to talk to, text, or whatever, to help you to help you with whatever you're going through. And yeah, that's super sad.
If it wasn't for that, I don't know if I would have made it through that dark period. So I'm grateful to the Reddit for that.
Right.
However, I should have separated myself at a certain point, but it becomes, my addict's mentality. It's literally like chasing.
I can see how that shit is addictive.
This validation is,
for sure,
for an addict,
and even just even because you're a part of it, and you just want to probably just be like, what are these motherfuckers saying about A, B, C, or D?
Look, everybody over there check the Reddit, whether they want to admit it or not. They like some more than others, but everybody is peeping the Reddit to some extent. Not like I was. I was actively posting on there, and then at a certain point, when these people in the Reddit saw that I was going in there, they're like, "Oh,"
they start messaging you.
Well, we could get a reaction out of him. So then, and then when the pendulum inevitably swings to the other side from that love to them not fucking with me and dissecting me, and you know what I mean, that right there, I was trying to win them over, and it became like this vicious cycle.
Yeah, I can only imagine, man, because, I got a family, I got kids and shit. I'm like, bro, I would never want to be... I feel like the type of shit I do, I purposely don't touch certain shit because I don't want to, overexpose myself, I guess, and my kids and my girl and shit. So I even told Adam, when all this shit has been going on the last few weeks, I was like, bro, you got some fucking thick skin, brother, because... this shit is crazy.
They would have been on your ass if you had gone over there permanently.
Oh my God. But even just seeing because I know Adam had addressed whatever allegations over and over. So I'm like, yo, this shit got brought back up, and I'm like, bro.
Here's the thing, and I want your opinion on this.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I genuinely believe that if Adam had not gone on that pod right when I was on there and fired me in the very unceremonious manner in which he did, a lot of that shit wouldn't have happened.
Yo, Adam is a G. Adam he's ruthless. He's like, you snake, you need to leave.
I agree, and I think I might have said something to that effect on the podcast.
I think you might have.
Yeah, I did. I did say something like that. I was like, because I do think that moment was so viral, and it also highlighted whatever said issues that, and I even told AD this when he was on here. I was like, you were planning on leaving. Because there ain't no way thick-skinned ass AD I know got so mad about someone saying he has 4 jokes that he quit. Like, you was planning this shit. You know
but here's the thing. AD for sure was...
And I've been telling him he should leave. I told him and T-Rail, like, you guys should be the fucking LA drink champs.
And they got their own thing going, and it's going really well for them. Here's the thing. It kind of forced AD's hand.
It did.
With it being publicized.
And it was also a nice opportunity. If you were planning on leaving already and those wheels were already in motion, it was a nice opportunity to kind of take advantage of the virality of the moment.
And I think it was mutual. I think that Adam and No Jumper was wanting to pivot away from that, considering they already, at a certain point, is a conflict of interest when there's other podcasts with, I don't want to say regurgitating, but utilizing the same content that you are and getting more views for it.
I'd assume he probably regrets firing you at the time.
And like, not to say that he shouldn't have fired me, but he could have easily taken me outside.
No, I think he explained it to me like, if you catch some girl cheating on you and she's at work and you're in the next room, if you caught your girl cheating on you, you're gonna be so fucking pissed. You're fucking going in, then you're fucking up her job. Like. And I was like, yeah, I get it. If, like, you guys had that relationship and he truly felt like, what the fuck? Like, it was short-sighted. And that is why people should not ever make certain decisions when they're emotional, because you always regret those decisions.
100%.
But I do think that had he handled it a little bit, and I'm sure he would admit the same thing.
But here's the thing. Like, to an extent, and that's what I was kind of going back and forth in my head was he just so mad? And I know that was an element, but I honestly think that's capped to an extent.
It might be.
Adam was pissed. Adam stormed in there looking at him. Lush, you lied to me, Lush. You lied to me. And he was pissed. He was so pissed. I never seen Adam that pissed. It's crazy.
Because it was a moment.
And the reason why I think that he thought that he was going to dunk on me. You feel me? And everybody was just going to be like, oh, damn, Adam just fucking marked Lush out.
Right.
Damn, Lush is such a snake. Fuck him.
Right.
And they were going to be like, yeah, Adam, you're the man. You look so cool. Because if this is something he regretted, then why did he post it not only on the
as a collab post? That's the one thing I did.
The collab post is crazy.
I think I said that at lunch. Because I think he said, and my boy Arza showed me, and I was like, oh, he collab posted this.
So not only the No Jumper fans are going to see it, but his fans, and now it's got millions of views. 95% of the comments are on his helmet. Like, this is a dude that has stated several times, and this isn't a diss to Adam at all. Because ultimately, all this aside, I do respect him. He said, everything is content. Everything is fair game, So I believe he's like, fuck it. Like, oh, firing Lush, that's one thing. Let's fire Lush on the air. And then it wound up, kind of having an adverse effect that he hadn't anticipated.
How many more make money online videos are you going to watch today? Wouldn't it be better to just start making money?
That was crazy. And that was just a clip from it. I think that's a good interview. It just came out 2 hours ago, so I would say, or actually 4 hours ago. I would say 4 hours ago it came out. So it seems like a good video. I haven't watched the whole thing through, so I will. I'll go check that out. But here's a clip for you guys to enjoy, and let me know what you guys think about the interview. I haven't seen the whole thing, but this segment of it seems like Lush is trying to move on. I thought he was going to make it a bigger deal than what it was supposed to be, which he did for a little bit, like interviewing this and going on this person's show and stuff. But it was a fucked up way to get fired. So I would say, a lot of drama going down there at No Jumper all the time. So we're going to keep you guys covered. Back on Fig. We're just going to go through the best podcasts of 2023 and check them out and make some original content. I would like to react to videos as well, like other videos, like action videos and stuff. So we'll be starting that as well. Like, comment, subscribe, and holla at your boy.
At it with my partner player, Bootleg.